Hello, my Scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. So for this layout, I am starting off with a bit of a mix match of collections. I've kind of got some Shimmel, but I've got a bit of a variety. I even get the, what is that collection called? Bro & Co. From Simple Stories, I think it is, out as well. I'm just using a bit of a mix and match. But I'm starting with this gorgeous Shimmel paper. I've cut off about half an inch maybe, all the way around each side. And I am just distressing that up to make a little border for my page. I love the look of distressing. I think it's really cute. I was going to tear just a corner, but I was feeling really unsure of how to tear. You know, when you just have those moments when you're worried that you're going to ruin it, so you stick with something you know a little bit better. And so for me, that was just cutting out a border and distressing up my page. And for me, that just kept my confidence and was in my safe zone, and I'm happy with that. I then attached that to a plain white sheet of paper, and I'm just going around in a straight stitch in black thread twice in a mess. Like, it's straight stitch, but I'm trying on purpose to be a little bit messy and a little uneven with my stitching. And I'm spinning around twice with my stitching here, just to add a little bit of a black border around that as well. For those of you that haven't tried using your sewing machines at home, highly recommend. I really love it. I just use the same needle for my papers, and then if I'm using my sewing machine for clothes or for material, I swap out to a different needle because, of course, the paper can really blunt the tip of your needle, and you don't want that when you're sewing with your fabrics. But otherwise, I don't really have any problems at all. I don't find that my sewing machine catches. I don't really find any dramas at all, to be honest. So I highly recommend. It works really well for me. Mine is a full-size sewing machine. It's not like an itty-bitty craft one or anything. It's just a normal everyday sewing machine. I'm not a massive sewer of clothing or anything like that. And this sewing machine was given to me by my grandma, and I just figure she gave it to me to use, so I'm gonna. So I have done that, pop my sewing machine away. I just pull the threads through to the back and stick them down with some sticky tape, just roughing up those edges again because, of course, they got flattened by my foot as they went round and round the sewing machine. And I am using the Ferris wheel cut file. Is it not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I love it. I really ummed and ahed with this one about what to back and how to back it. I was really, really tempted to back each one of the little carriages. I contemplated backing them with vellum. I contemplated backing them with like all different colors to make it look, sparkly and rainbowy and bright, like a real Ferris wheel often does. But I was finding they were taking away from the photo. And as much as I adore this cut file and adore cut files in general, in this case, I was hoping to use the cut file as more of like a background image, as more of like a base or a support to my photos, as a way to kind of link in the theme, because I absolutely had no ephemera to go with this theme and with this genre of photographs at all. So I was kind of using my Ferris wheel as like the main basis. So at a glance, you can see straight away that this is going to have something to do with some form of carnival or show or something like that. And that's exactly what it is about. The photos are hard to tell if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but this is actually the Melbourne show, obviously in Melbourne. It is a big, massive show, like festival where there's rides, there's like farmyard animals, there are sideshow alley kind of show, like games. There are just general activities for the kids and adults to do, like sports things and stuff like that. And it's humongous. It's like on these massive, massive showgrounds. There is also like local competitions type things where you can put in photographs, so you can put in cake decorating, or you can put in scrapbook pages, or you can put in something you've knitted or felted with wool or something like that and win prizes. And there is also things like shearing competitions, like sheep shearing competitions and equestrian competitions, and like wood chopping competitions, dog show, like dog running, and like just best in show. So there's just so much at this place. And we have been having the Melbourne show in Melbourne for years and years and years. But of course, because of COVID, it hasn't operated for a couple of years. So this was its first year back for 2 years, I believe. And we decided we would take Jack. So 2 of his big cousins came and we just took Jack. Sorry, Tom, but he didn't get to come. And oh my goodness, we had the best day. Jack is not really much of a daredevil, so he wasn't interested in going on any of the rides, but he had so much fun at the carnival games. And honestly, he didn't even want the crappy little prize. He just wanted to play the games. So he just had a blast. And so, as I said before, I didn't really have any ephemera that kind of matched that. So that Ferris wheel in the background is just supposed to be just like in my photos. There's all these amazing rides happening in the background, and I think it works perfectly. So make sure you check that description box down below to check out the links to the Etsy shop and, of course, the direct link to this Ferris wheel cut file itself. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I just think it is so cool. And it was so quick and easy in the end. Like once you had that big giant Ferris wheel on, it told the story. So I could just pop on a few embellishments and this layout was done. And it is such a fun day that Jack will remember for a while. And I'm sure he's going to be asking me in a few years' time to go back and I'm not going to be able to get him off any of those big rides. His cousins went on about 6, I think, and they just had a blast. They do have a kiddie section. I shouldn't say that. He absolutely went on his fair share of rides. They have a kiddie section for the kids to go on. And this is not it. Those are the scary rides. But yeah, he had so much fun. I hope you have enjoyed watching my last layout for November, and I cannot wait to be back in December with our Advent Calendar series, and it's going to have a little bit of COAPA Cutfiles involved with that too, so I can't wait to see you all then. Bye everyone.